Hello everyone, my name is Grace. Welcome to the maiden edition of our Healing O'Clock. Today, I shall be talking on Understand and Healing Your Anger. Please do relax, medicate and follow the teaching. Ask your questions in the comment section and it shall be attended to. Understanding and Healing Your Anger. Anger isn't your enemy. It's a messenger trying to tell you something important. It shows up when you feel threatened, disrespected, or when your boundaries have been crossed. The problem isn't that you feel angry. It's what you do with that anger that determines whether it heals or harms. Think of anger like a fire alarm. The alarm itself isn't the problem. It's alerting you to smoke. But if you keep smashing the alarm without checking for the fire, you'll never address what's actually wrong. When anger rises, pause and ask, what is this protecting? What boundary was crossed? What need isn't being met? Here's the truth many people miss. Anger is often a secondary emotion. Underneath it, there's usually fear, pain, shame, or feeling powerless. A parent yells at their child, not because spilled milk is devastating, but because they're exhausted and overwhelmed. A partner explodes over dishes because they feel unseen and unappreciated. When you identify the primary emotion beneath your anger, you've already begun healing. The corrective part is how you respond. You have a choice in that space between feeling angry and acting on it. This space might be just seconds at first, but you can grow it. Take 3 deep breaths. Deep into your belly, slow exhales. This literally shifts your nervous system from fight or flight back to clarity. Then express what you need without attacking. I feel hurt when, instead of, you always. Suppressing anger doesn't work. It just builds pressure until you explode or implode into depression. But neither does venting uncontrollably. The healing path is acknowledgement without destruction. Feel it, name it, understand its message, then respond with intention. Practice self-compassion here. You're not broken for feeling angry. You're human. Many of us learned anger patterns from people who didn't know how to handle their own anger. You can break that cycle. Every time you choose a different response, you're rewiring your brain and healing not just yourself, but your relationships. If your anger feels constant or uncontrollable, seek support, therapy, anger management programs, or trusted community. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. You deserve to feel at peace, and the people around you deserve to feel safe. That healing is possible, and it starts with the awareness you're developing right now. I believe you have gained a lot of insights in this teaching on how to manage your anger and be free from the dangers that go with it. Hope to see you in our other topics. I remain your friend, Grace. See you next time. Bye. Welcome back to Healing O'Clock. I'm Grace, and if you were with us last time, you learned that anger is a messenger, not your enemy. Today, we're going deeper. We're talking about what actually happens in your body when anger takes over, and why understanding this can be the key to managing it. Let's dive in. Have you ever noticed that when you're really angry, you can't think straight? That's not a weakness, that's biology. When anger triggers, your brain's alarm system, the amygdala, hijacks your entire nervous system in what scientists call an amygdala hijack. Here's what happens. Your body perceives a threat and immediately floods your system with stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. Your heart rate spikes, your muscles tense, blood rushes away from your rational thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex, and towards your limbs, preparing you to fight or flee. This is why you say things you don't mean or make decisions you regret. Your thinking brain is literally offline. This response made perfect sense when our ancestors faced physical dangers. But today, your brain can't tell the difference between a lion and a rude email. It reacts the same way to both. The good news? Once you understand this process, you gain power over it. Your body gives you warning signs before the full hijack happens. Maybe your jaw clenches, your face gets hot, your chest tightens, your hands make fists. These are your early warning signals. This is why that breathing technique I mentioned last time is so powerful. When you take slow, deep belly breaths, you're literally activating your vagus nerve, the brake pedal on your stress response. You're telling your body, we're safe, stand down, we can handle this thoughtfully. Learn to recognize your body's unique anger signals. The earlier you catch it, the more choice you have. You can't control the first flash of anger, but you can absolutely influence what happens next. Start paying attention today. What does anger feel like in your body? Where do you feel it first? That awareness is your superpower. Remember, your body is trying to protect you. Thank it for that. Then, gently remind it that you've got this. You can respond with wisdom, not just react with rage. I'm Grace, and I'll see you next time on Healing O'Clock, where your healing is always on time. Here's the third way, assertive expression. This is where you acknowledge your anger, honor its message, and communicate your needs without attacking the other person. It sounds like this. I feel angry when my boundaries aren't respected. I need us to discuss this calmly. Notice, you're owning your emotion, stating the boundary, and inviting dialogue. This requires something called emotional regulation. The ability to feel your anger fully without being controlled by it. You're not suppressing it. You're not unleashing it. You're channeling it constructively. Here's a practical tool, the 24-hour rule. When you're intensely angry, give yourself permission to feel it, but commit to waiting 24 hours before having the difficult conversation or making the big decision. Write it out. Talk to a trusted friend. Move your body. Let that initial chemical flood subside. Then address it from your wise mind, not your reactive mind. You can be angry and respectful. You can have boundaries and be kind. You can advocate for yourself and preserve relationships. This is the healing path. Stop the cycle of explosion or implosion. There's a better way, and you're learning it right here, right now. I'm Grace, reminding you that your healing is possible and it's happening. I'll see you next time on Healing O'Clock. Welcome to Healing O'Clock, where your healing is always on time. I'm Grace, and if you've been following this anger management series, you're already transforming. Today, we're going even deeper. We're talking about your specific anger triggers and the patterns you might not even realize you're repeating. This is where the real breakthrough happens. Let's get into it. Not all anger is created equal. You might notice that certain situations consistently make you furious, while others don't bother you at all. That's because your anger triggers are deeply personal. They're connected to your history, your wounds, and your unmet needs. A trigger is any situation that activates an old pain or fear. For example, if you grew up feeling unheard or dismissed, you might have an intense anger response when someone interrupts you or doesn't listen, even if they didn't mean any harm. If you experience betrayal, broken promises might send you into rage. If you felt controlled as a child, anyone telling you what to do might trigger disproportionate anger. The intensity of your anger is often your clue that it's about more than the present moment. Ask yourself, does this anger match what just happened, or is it bigger than that? If you're enraged over something small, you're probably not just angry about the immediate situation. You're angry about all the times this same pattern hurt you before. This is called an emotional echo. The present situation is playing the same chord as a past wound, and your nervous system is responding to both, past and present, all at once. Here's the healing work. Identify your top 3 anger triggers. Write them down. Then ask yourself, when was the first time I felt this way? What was I protecting then? What am I protecting now? This connects the dots between past pain and present anger. You might also notice family patterns. Maybe your father raged. Maybe your mother was passive-aggressive. Without meaning to, we often recreate what we witnessed. The good news, once you see the pattern, you can choose differently. You're not destined to repeat it. Start tracking your anger for 1 week. When you get angry, write down, what happened? What did I feel underneath the anger? Does this remind me of anything from my past? You'll start seeing patterns, and patterns, once recognized, can be changed. This isn't about blaming your past or your family. It's about understanding yourself with compassion so you can make conscious choices moving forward. Your triggers aren't random. They're messengers pointing to places that still need healing. Thank them for the information, and then do the courageous work of healing those wounds. I'm Grace, and your healing journey continues. Time spent with Grace is worth it. I'll see you next time on Healing O'Clock. Welcome to Healing O'Clock. I'm Grace, and we've reached the final part of our anger management series. Over these 5 teachings, you've learned that anger is a messenger. What happens in your body, healthy expression versus destructive patterns, and your personal triggers. Today, we're bringing it all together with practical daily practices that will sustain your healing long term. This is where transformation becomes lifestyle. Let's finish strong. Managing anger isn't a one-time fix. It's a lifelong practice. But the beautiful thing is, the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Your brain literally rewires itself. So let's build your sustainable anger management toolkit. First, daily prevention. The best time to manage anger is before it arrives. This means taking care of your baseline nervous system. When you're chronically stressed, sleep-deprived, or running on empty, your anger threshold drops dramatically. Everything becomes a trigger. Build in daily practices that regulate your nervous system. Adequate sleep, regular movement, healthy eating, time in nature, deep breathing, prayer or meditation. These aren't luxuries, they're anger prevention. Second, create a feelings practice. Spend 5 minutes each day checking in with yourself. How am I feeling right now? What do I need? The more fluent you become in your emotional landscape, the less likely anger will ambush you. You'll catch the fear or hurt before it becomes rage. Third, develop a release ritual. Anger creates physical tension that leads healthy release. Find what works for you. Vigorous exercise, punching a pillow, screaming in your car, crying, journaling, creating art. Give anger somewhere to go that doesn't harm you or others. Fourth, practice repair. You won't always get it right. You'll still have moments when you react instead of respond. The question isn't whether you'll mess up, it's what you'll do afterward. Learn to apologize genuinely, take accountability, and make amends. This breaks the shame cycle and models healthy conflict resolution. Fifth, know when to get help. If your anger is causing serious problems in your relationships, your work, or your peace of mind, if it's leading to violence or you're terrified of your own rage, please seek professional support. Therapy, anger management programs, support groups, these aren't signs of failure. They are signs of wisdom and courage. Finally, celebrate your progress. Every time you pause before reacting, every time you name your feeling, every time you set a boundary respectfully, that's a victory. You are literally rewiring decades of conditioning. That deserves recognition. Remember, healing anger doesn't mean never feeling angry. It means developing a healthy, wise, conscious relationship with this powerful emotion. It means anger becomes information, not destruction. It becomes motivation for change, not a weapon against others. You've done the work. You've shown up for yourself. Now, keep going. One conscious breath, one brave choice, one moment of self-compassion at a time. Your healing isn't just possible, it's already happening. I'm Grace, and thank you for joining me on Healing O'Clock. Until next time, remember, your healing is always on time, and you are worth every bit of this journey. Time spent with grace is worth it. Be well, be whole, and be at peace.